What's happening, Wolfpack? It's your boy Kooks, and welcome to Wolfstaar, helping you be the best you. So today's video is all about how to start your own business. That's right, a really simple video giving an overview on how you can get your idea or your passion off the ground and turn it into something that pays you. Awesome. So before I continue, I'll tell you a little bit about me. You may or may not know, I've actually built several businesses. My first one was a while back, and it wasn't the most exciting thing in the world, but it was exciting at the time, and it was a property company. So me and two of my friends, we decided to build, naturally, 152 apartments, having never done this before, on 5.6 acres of land, all the way in India. That's right, couldn't even speak the language. But luckily, my friend knew some people who could, and long story short, we managed to get this project off the ground. And the way that it started was all up here. It was in our head. We sat around the table, decided that we're going to create something out of nothing, and we made it happen. So after selling out of that business, I then moved on to Mr. Singh's. Now, Mr. Singh's is a chili sauce brand and a hot sauce brand. We make chili crisps as well, and we started in our garden shed as a family. So the reason this started was because one day my dad walked home and he was soaking wet from the rain, and we asked him, look, oh, Pops, what have you been up to now? Because he was always doing these crazy things. And he said that he'd been out trying to sell his bottle of chili sauce. And now we've tried this sauce, and he'd been making it for years and years and years, and we knew it was delicious. But, you know, he'd never really managed to do much with it. So that same week, I saw an advert for the BBC Good Food Show, which is a huge trade show, all the way in Kensington, West London, where you could go and sell your products. So I decided I'd book a stand on my credit card, £900, I didn't use any of my own money, and I came home and I said to the family, guys, how would you like to make some chili sauce? Thankfully, everyone said yes, and we spent the next 9 days destroying my mum's kitchen and making this chili sauce. Long story short, again, we essentially sold out over a 3-day period, and we just had this magic and eureka moment where people were paying us for something that we created, and we were like, incredible. After that, fast forward a couple of years, we ended up supplying the likes of Tesco, Sainsbury's, Ocado, Harvey Nichols, Selfridges. We were exporting to Canada, Kenya, Hungary, Sweden, Spain even. Products were absolutely everywhere, and we made these viral music videos where we got my dad to sing and dance about chili sauce, and we had a couple of million views on those. It was just incredible. And since then I've moved on. I've just started a new business involved in printing and signage and exhibition stands, and so I know a little bit about how to start a business, and I'm hoping what I've been through will help you bring your ideas to life. Now, the first point I want to start with before you decide on starting your own business is you have to know why you are doing what you are doing. You have to really know that. Is it because you want to own a business? Is it because you want to be paid for your passion? Or is it because you've watched The Apprentice a few times and think, you know what, I'd like to be a business person? Because all of these decisions that you make are going to be really important moving forward. So let's say, for example, you've got a dream of opening your own coffee shop. Did you know that actually what you're doing is you're going to be building yourself a business, and unless you plan it wisely, that is essentially going to become a job for you that you won't be able to leave, because that coffee shop will need you to run it all of the time. You're going to be the main decision maker, and it's something that you're going to be responsible for all the time. Or if you were to plan it in a slightly different way, you could own a system and create a system that ran the coffee shop for you. Now, this is completely different, because essentially what's going to happen now is that you won't necessarily have to be in that coffee shop all the time, but the system that you create as a part of your business will run it instead. And it's quite different to the first example. So that's my first tip. Really know what you're doing and why you're doing it. The second step on how to start your business would be making sure that you've got your idea, your product, or your service ready. Really think about it and take your time. Don't rush into it, because that's only going to lead to pain and misery further down the line. Believe me, I've been there and I've done it. You know, if you want to be some kind of service provider, let's say you want to be a masseuse, or you want to be a hairdresser, or you want to provide CV writing services, or perhaps you want to be a YouTube consultant. Is that a new idea for me? Maybe. Whatever it might be, make sure you've got your idea, your product and your service down to a T, so that you know when you speak to someone, you say, hey, this is my business and this is what I offer. You'll be able to deliver your product and explain it to them very, very quickly and very, very succinctly. And that's super important. Now, the third step, to me, is the most crucial step. The third step is this. Now that you know why you're doing what you're doing, you've got your products, you've got your idea, the next step is to start. That's right, start. Just take the step. Make the product, make a prototype, offer your service to someone. Make that step, put yourself out there, and don't be afraid of getting a no. Because a no is just in the way of your next yes. That's all it is. Start your business, take the step, start your idea, because it's going to bring it to life. And the minute you do that, it all changes. Now, after you've started and you've taken that first step, you may have gone to family, friends, people that you've known, and sold one or two of whatever it is that you're making and whatever service that you're offering. And the next step would be to say, okay, now you need to write a small plan on how you want to grow your business. You'd want to take care of perhaps your packaging, your website, your social media, your branding. Get all of this written down on some paper, map it all out, plan it all out, and then you can start to execute. And once you've got those basics in place, you can then start to build what's known as a business plan. And the business plan really sounds a lot scarier than it really is. All it is you writing down, saying that this is my product, this is my website, this is my branding, and this is how I'm going to take it from here to here. And you just map out those steps so that you know what you're doing and your thoughts are clear, because that's the most important thing. And oftentimes what happens is you get problems that come along, and your job as the entrepreneur, as the hustler, is to figure out what to do next. And that's where you can refer back to your business plan and say, look, I've thought of these things, and because I've thought of them, I'm going to try this, 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 and this. And you figure your way out. And believe me, you always, always, always figure it out, because you're incredible. You're an entrepreneur, you're a hustler, you've started your own business, you've got your idea off the ground, and there's no way you're going to let it go. So after that, you start to implement your plans. You've got your product, you know why you're doing it, you've started selling it, you've built your business plan, you've started putting it all into play, and then you start to grow. Step by step by step by step, you'll get bigger and bigger and bigger. From one customer, you'll get two to four, 4 to 8, so on and so forth, until you start selling to lots and lots and lots of people. Now, obviously, what I've described here is a super condensed version of how to start your business and all of the steps involved in bringing your ideas and your dreams to life. But for me, the biggest takeaway would be to actually just get started. That's how you start your business. If you've got something in mind and something that you've always wanted to do, make it happen. There's nothing stopping you. And today, with the internet of things just around the corner, is the best time there's ever been in history to start your own business or your own hustle. So get it off the ground and make it happen. And look, if you need any help, drop me a message, comment, share, subscribe, like, whatever you need, and I will do what I can to help you, because the more of us there are, the better it is. So look, if you like this video and all the other videos I'm putting out there, please feel free to comment, share, like, and most of all, subscribe to this page. Until next time, guys, I hope you've enjoyed my video, and remember, be the good wolf. Ha ha!